High in the arid deserts of Iran stands a structure shrouded in mystery and ancient tradition, the Tower of Silence. Known as a dakma, this circular stone tower was an essential part of the Zoroastrian burial ritual, a practice that defied typical ideas of burial. Imagine this: instead of burying their dead in the ground or cremating them, the ancient Zoroastrians left the bodies of the deceased exposed to nature. They believed that the elements and scavengers would purify the soul, and this belief formed the core of one of the most unique burial rites in history. The Zoroastrian faith, one of the oldest monotheistic religions, viewed the elements earth, fire, and water as sacred. Burial in the ground was seen as contaminating these pure elements, especially earth, which they considered a sacred connection to life itself. So, the Tower of Silence provided a solution. It was here, in these remote stone towers, that the deceased were laid out, open to the skies. This was not a practice born out of neglect, but one of reverence and deep spirituality. Imagine the ancient process. Families would carry their loved ones to the top of the tower, where the bodies would be respectfully placed in the circles of death. These circles had a specific arrangement: the outermost circle for men, the middle for women, and the innermost for children. For hours, days, or even weeks, the bodies would be exposed to the sun and wind, and most importantly, to the vultures circling above. To the Zoroastrians, these birds were the silent, sacred guardians of the sky, playing an essential role in the soul's journey toward the afterlife. The Tower of Silence wasn't just a ritual site, it was a symbol of the cycle of life and death. As the vultures consumed the bodies, they sped up the natural process of decay, returning the physical body to the earth without contaminating it. The bones, once picked clean, would later be collected and placed in an underground chamber within the tower, further protecting the earth from defilement. While the Tower of Silence might seem strange, even morbid to modern minds, to the Zoroastrians, it was an act of respect and purity. This practice lasted for millennia, a sacred tradition deeply ingrained in their understanding of the world. However, the rise of modern cities, changing religious practices, and new burial laws in the 20th century gradually led to the decline of this ancient custom. But in some isolated regions of Iran and India, the Towers of Silence still stand as haunting reminders of a tradition nearly lost to time. The next time you think about ancient burial practices, remember the Zoroastrians who, in their Towers of Silence, turned death into an act of purification, offering their dead back to nature in the most intimate and reverent way.